Bro, I get asked like when I'm gonna retire. You know, I've been at this content creation game for quite some time now. I've been creating content since 2000, I mean, technically 2007, but realistically 2011 is when I made SypherPK. Over 10 years. And I've been streaming full time since 2015. So I've been streaming and making content full time for 7 years. But like, I don't think about retirement necessarily, because like I like creating content. I like this job. Content changes, and the person themselves can also change a lot. I feel like that's true for me. I feel like my content has changed a lot through the years, and so has other people's content. I mean, if you think about some of the people who've been doing it for a long time, you know, PewDiePie, Ninja, and like there's a lot of people who have been doing it for a very long time. I think the thing with time, like the longer you do something, there is 2 or 3 different routes. You keep getting better and better at something, and you just keep improving and like going to greater length, or you get complacent or lose motivation, lose passion, and you kind of just fall off. Or, you know, you've had your fair share of content creation, you're ready to move on to something different, and you do, whether that's like retiring or just doing something completely different. I don't know. I feel like for me, I've been doing it for a while, but I feel like I always feel like I'm just getting started. I always feel like the next chapter is right around the corner. You know, if you look back 2-3 years, there's been a lot of change in the past 2 or 3 years, like a lot of change. Dude, for some reason I thought I took a lot of damage. I didn't. It was scary to fight, I'm not gonna lie. He just didn't give a damn. Yo, thank you, Alec. I'm always trying to do the next thing and trying to like keep my content fresh. Like that has allowed me not to feel burnt out. The thing about content creators, bro, like, and even like pro players, it's hard to stay on top of things for multiple years. And this is not to call anyone out in any way. This is like a natural part of the process. But if you look at like Fortnite, we had so many people rise and become superstars in a very short period of time, and so many of those people are like, they're either not creating content anymore, or they moved on, or they're just kind of like on and off, just here or there. Like it's not really consistent, right? And that happens to most people. It's actually like a challenge to keep that kind of momentum going and keep the content fresh and exciting. It's not easy. The life cycle of most pro players is like 1 to 2 years, and like in the long term it's like 5 years. But then you have like Shroud today. You know, Shroud's been competing since he was a kid, and right now today he just announced he's going back into pro. He's going to be going pro in Valorant. He used to be a pro CSGO player. He went to Mixer, became a content creator full-time. I mean, before that he was a content creator full-time, and now he's going pro. He's like a year older or the same age as me. Still relatively young, like not like I think old in esports terms, like for competitive gaming is like 30 plus. For Fortnite it's a little bit younger, but that's because Fortnite has new mechanics that you couldn't learn when you were a kid. If you're 30, you had to learn them now as an adult. You know, you could have 15 years playing CSGO, and then Valorant feels very natural to you, like as a 30-year-old. Like you can still rise to the occasion. But like Fortnite, new mechanic, right? So not everyone's gonna have that down, building and editing. And if you try to learn that when you're 30, you're realistically not going to have as much time as the younger kids to master building and editing. Fortnite esports is like, it's definitely a younger scene. I kind of really like Porta Forts, but apparently you can carry 5 of them. I think that might need to be nerfed. 5 in 1 stack is a bit crazy. I know this guy feels cheated right there. I like that they're in the game personally, but 5 is a little bit, 5 in a stack is a bit, because then you have issues where it's like a team could get lucky and have like 10 Porta Forts and they just spam it in the end game. And that will happen for sure in tournaments. It needs to be like, it needs to be a thing where it's like, do you guys notice how I immediately, by the way, wow, what the frick was that, man? Shockwave didn't do anything, and then I'm just getting aimbotted by a DMR. Going back to that convo about retirement, realistically, like if I had to just guess, right now I'm 26. I think I see myself streaming for at least another 5 years at this level. Like when I say level, I don't mean like the amount of viewership, but the amount that I'm doing. It's like nonstop for family or free time or friends. Like I make time, but it's very rare. So I think 4 or 5 more years of that, and then there'll be like a second phase where I'm still doing a bunch of stuff, but it's a little bit more controlled and it's not as much as I'm doing right now. And I see that stage lasting like for another 5 or 6 years. And then maybe like at 35, 36, it will really slow down and I'll start focusing like really just on family and living life and whatnot. Jackson, I think honestly, like the way I'm thinking about it, right, is if my future kids want to be content creators, I mean, initially they got to just figure it out on their own. Because if someone's really passionate about something, they'll do the research, they'll watch the guides, they'll trial and error. That also builds like character and also experience working with different live streaming softwares and editing softwares. I had to figure it out on my own as a kid, and I feel like that helped me not take things for granted. Whereas when things are just like passed to you or given to you, more likely that it won't be a long-term thing. Mentorship is fine. It's just like, I mean, think about it like this. If your kids are drawing, right? Like, you know, you might give them some pointers, buy them some crayons, brushes, whatever. But like they're figuring things out. Like there's like a sense of hands-off that's required for them to really be the best they can be. Like putting in the time and effort to develop a skill set makes you appreciate that skill set and that like career path more. A lot of AI in this match. Am I playing good today? I'm playing good every day, man. What kind of question is that? Even on my worst days, I'm playing good. Matter of fact, most days I'm playing great. Good is rare. Great's the regular.
Stop the cap.
Unlike me to miss. That is more like it. Reveal yourself, coward.
Bye, have a great time.
Oh man,